Welcome back, everyone. Let's now enter into the next segment, which is the glimpses of the glories of the past. On 26 March 2004, Supreme Court of Hinduism gave insights on how we can bridge the two ends of a deeply rooted fear of death and the greed for sex, the life, through adding meditation into the equation. When meditation happens in us, we can purify death and sex and ultimately bridge all three experiences into one when we reach spiritual life. When we are impure, these three experiences appear totally contradictory to each other. So let's now listen to a few minute clip where Swami explains about sex meditation and death.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham Nithyananda Paramashivoham
meditation. When I gave this title,
Nithyananda
one of my ashram resident was sitting next to me. I was giving titles for America discourse. When I gave this title, she suddenly commented, "What Swamiji? Totally contradictory terms. Totally contradicting terms. Three terms you are giving under one title." I gave the explanation. Of course, when you hear the title, you will feel what total contradicting words. When they are impure, they are totally opposite to each other, contradictory to each other. If the meditation starts happening in your life, it can purify sex and death and ultimately bridge all the three experiences into one when you reach spiritual life. Spiritual life is the ultimate thing which can happen to any being. You will see all these three terms in three planes. First, how they are in our life, contradictory to each other. In an impure state, once you add meditation, how they start complementing each other. And when the meditation ends, how they became one with each other. How they are common. What is the common point in the three experiences? First, how the three experiences contradict with each other, then how they complement each other, and how they become one. They meet and merge. The basic understanding as of now, what we have, not only understanding as an experience about death, meditation, death will come from this way. Because you understand fear more clearly than greed. Fear is the deeper layer than greed. We always think from greed fear appears. No. From fear greed appears. We always have an idea. From mind I appears. We always think First the mind and then the I. But it is wrong. First the I, then the mind. I is the root for fear. Mind is the root for gear and the root for greed. I is the ego or the being. It is the root for fear. Mind. This is mine, that is mine, this is my house, this is my car, this is my bungalow, this is my relations, my friends. That mine is the root of greed. I is the root of fear. Mine is the root of greed. First, the root of fear appears. The I appears. Only then the mind appears. First the I, only then the mind. So let me explain the death. The very word creates an agony. Very word creates a fear. Very word, immediately we think, why should we talk about all these things now? When it comes, let us manage. Why should we think about all these things now? As of now, our understanding about death is totally negative. Death is more or less an enemy for us. That is why in all the religion, in all the culture, death is painted as a black. In Hinduism, Yamadharma is black. In Christianity, Saturn is black. In all the religion, in Buddhism, Mara is black. In all religion, death is always painted as a black, big mustache. We paint death as a villain, never as a hero. Death is always painted as a villain. The idea of death is always approached with a negativity. We feel death takes away everything from us. Whatever we want, whatever we enjoy, whatever we have, everything is just snatched by force from us. Somehow, we always want to escape from death. From the time immemorial, all the traditions, not one or two traditions, all the civilizations are trying in all possible methods to conquer the death. Scientists are trying through medicines, which gave birth to allopathy. Siddhas, the Ayurvedic Siddhas, are trying through herbs, which gave birth to whole Siddha tradition and Kayakalpa. The yogis are trying through mantra, which gave birth to Mrityunjaya mantra and pranayama techniques. The lamas are trying meditation, which gave birth to our Mahamantra technique. Almost all the tradition, all the culture is trying to conquer death, to go beyond death. Why? Every culture, every tradition is trying to go beyond death in their own way. If they believe in medicine, through medicine. If they believe in meditation, through meditation. If they believe in yoga, through yoga. If they believe in herbs, through herbs. Whatever possible way. But the goal is how to conquer death, how to go beyond death. Why? Why whole humanity is struggling against one thing which is proved fact? We are struggling against one thing which is a proved fact. Can you make the whole earth flat? No. It's a proved fact. The earth is round. It's a globe. But if you struggle against the fact, something wrong in our struggling, in our understanding. Whole humanity is struggling against this one fact, the death. Why? And even after such a lot of struggle, I don't think even one person has achieved. One person is successful. There was one guy in India, in Tamil Nadu, claiming himself as a great spiritual figure. You know, in Hinduism, you don't need anything except 2-3 bit notice claiming that you are a spiritual figure. In other religions, you need to get the agreement of the headquarters or their organizational president. In Hinduism, you don't need anything. Just 10 rupees to print a bit notice. Or a fool who will print that. That is more than enough. That guy was claiming that in 2000 the whole world is going to be destroyed. He was predicting all sorts of type of things. And he is the only one man who is going to outlive the pralaya. And anybody who wants to be saved, he should follow him. This was the preachings he was giving, and the guy is a real orator, so he could convince few thousands of people by appearing in TV and what all the possible ways. He could convince few thousands of people. Around that time, suddenly, instead of world dying, he is dead. Instead of world dying and he is surviving, suddenly, one fine morning, the newspaper announces that he is dead. He claims that he used to speak the birds and all those things. Finally, one day, the news came that he is dead. Of course, the sentiment which he exploited is fear. The fear of the people he tried to exploit. He tried to capitalize the fear of the people. I tell you, almost every tradition, every religion, every science, not only the allopathy, praniki, reiki, homeopathy, siddha, ayurveda, whatnot, all pathis have worked on his death. Why are we so anti-death? Why are we so against death? Because we have not understood the truth and the fact behind the death. We never had the time to look into it. Once you decide somebody as your enemy, you will never look into his eyes. And then whatever he does, you feel only it is against you. Even if he sits and takes his coffee or his cup of tea, you will feel he is thinking against you. Even if he writes something, you will feel he is planning something against you. Once you decide somebody is your enemy, you don't look into his eyes. Just like that, once you decide the death is your enemy, you never look into it. Because of our basic decision, death is our enemy. We don't look into the fact we are continuously fighting, just to drop dead. Just to drop dead. You fight till you drop dead. Our understanding about death, I can say misunderstanding about death, makes death as a fearful experience, frightening experience. The man who resists death, he dies even when he lives. Moment to moment he dies. Every moment he is eaten away. He is mad. He is tortured by the idea of death. Death I don't mean only the physical death. Losing anything is nothing but death. Losing the outer comforts is also one type of death. Losing your relatives is also one kind of death. You may ask, why people are so attached? Why people get so much depressed and disturbed when they lose their close relatives? Even if you are not emotionally attached to them, even if you feel when he will die, I don't know. Even if you are waiting for their death, once they die, you will feel terribly shaken. You will feel some part of your being is dead. Whenever your mother dies, you will have attack of left side. Your whole left side will suffer. Whenever your father dies, your whole right side will suffer. Whenever your brothers die, your hands will suffer. There is every part of your body is connected to someone of your relatives. If those relatives, especially if they live really very close to you, very loving way with you, you can very clearly feel that part is actually losing the strength for the 13 days. Terribly you will be suffering because your being is not individual being or alone, separate as you think. We are all actually interlinked. Don't think you are alone. You are an island. No man is island. Everybody is interlinked. That is why we undergo terrible suffering. Every missing, if you miss the outer comforts, or the relatives, or the love, or your own health, anything is only death. Why are we afraid so much about death? Our misunderstanding, our misconception about death makes death more worse experience. As on now, death means it's a total devastating or shaking experience for us. The very word shakes us. Nobody wants to even think about it. That is why all over the world, in all the countries, in all the religion, all the tradition, graveyards are always built outside the city, where nobody will see, and decorated very nicely, so that you don't remember. Very nicely covered and decorated. Here I heard that after death, they do full makeup to the body, and you have to purchase your graveyard plat and all those things. That's nice. You can reserve for your sight. Anyhow, death means anti-life. That is what is our understanding. Let us go to sex. Again, because of our fear, we think too much about death. The original experience, death is not so bad. But because of our fear about the death, we project and see it as a very big thing. The real death is 6 feet tall. Because of our fear, we see that as a cutout size 60 feet tall. Because of our fear, we make 6 feet death as a 60 feet tall. Same way, because of our greed, we make small experience sex as a 60 feet tall. That is why such big tall cutouts of actors and actresses. Just as we imagine and make the death as a big thing, due to our fear, we make sex also a too big thing. contaminate or we mix too much of dirt into it by too much of imagination and dreams, too much of expectation and unnecessary or unfulfillable.
Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda.
Yes. On 26 March 2006, the Supreme Council of Hinduism conducted the Day 2 of the Nithyananda Pranava Convention at Houston, USA. Swami initiated the delegates on various authenticated aspects of the Shastra Pramana, Atma Pramana, Atma Pramana, and meditation techniques, and specifically initiated the delegates into the ancient science of chakras and how to remove the blocks created in them, and then led the delegates to experience higher states of consciousness. After the last darshan, Swamiji participated in the kirtans among the delegates and graced the whole hall with his presence. At the end of the convention, Swamiji held a sharing session where the delegates had the opportunity to ask any question they had to Swamiji and share their experiences. On 26 March 2008, the Supreme Council of Hinduism conducted the flag hoisting ceremony for the Guru Purnima celebrations that were going to be held in Adi Kailasa, Bangalore, Adina. After this, after that, Supreme Council of Hinduism gave a Sarvadarshan free healing and blessings to all who came to surrender at his feet. And Swamiji gave healing to everyone physically, mentally, emotionally, cosmically, and spiritually. Later that day, Swamiji delivered the initiation into the powerful cognitions of the Shiva Sutras to the huge number of delegates that were gathering every evening at Adi Kailasa, Bengaluru Adinam, to attend to Swamiji's satsangs and initiations. On this day, 26 March 2009, the Supreme Council of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam translated the Patanjali Yoga Sutras in Mount Clair, California, USA. Swami described the steps to go to the deeper sources and forces that are inside of us which can lead us to joy or pain. Means the five major modifications of the mind that by learning how to use them, we are led to joy through which bliss suddenly happens. On 26 March 2012, the Supreme Council of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam discussed the importance of responsibility. And Swamiji shared that without taking responsibility for our lives, we cannot build anything firm or lasting. Our work and our personal life should be equally founded on the ethics of responsibility. And when we are fully responsible, our lives unfold into the conscious tapestry of satisfaction. And when we use satisfaction, we inspire and raise spirits of everyone around us. On 26 March 2013, the Supreme Council of Hinduism conducted the Day 14 of the Enlightenment Convention. And on this day, Swami explained that the right Mamakara is equivalent to satellite relaying center. It can relay the ideas we carry so powerfully. The whole world will be influenced by us. The whole world will be inspired by us. The whole world will be impressed by us. We further share that Vinada's image supports our inner image and outer image. That is what Swamiji calls as a space of possibility. Anything we take it up, we'll just know it as possible. That day, Pada Puja, Satsang, Sarvadarshan, Dadyavata, the temple Uttara Falguni Nakshatram Day, Puja and Mahakalpa Darshan were all conducted by Supreme Panth of Hinduism. On 26 March 2014, the Supreme Panth of Hinduism conducted the 21st day of the Enlightenment Convention at Haridwar. Swamiji shared that he had spent an enjoyable 21 days with all the participants and that on that day they would be graduating. He invited the participants to share their experience of enlightenment with visitors, online viewers, and those watching the broadcast on the Nithyananda TV. Swamiji also announced that main enlightenment was going to be held in Varanasi in July. It was going to be in Haridwar again. On 2015, 26 March, Swamiji continued on the Living Advaita series of addresses and initiations from the Upanishad. That day's Akashic reading revelations. Swamiji expands on the love current of Mahadeva, which makes us retain the juice of celebrating Mahadeva and makes the experience of life diverted to the ultimate source. On 20th March 2016, the Supreme Council of Hinduism conducted the day 12 of the Enlightenment Convention. Additionally, on that day, Swamiji conducted the Nityananda on day 1 and the Nityananda Convention, all Nadi Kailasa Bengaladina. On the Nityananda Home Convention, Swamiji worked on the bioenergy of the delegates. In the Shivam process, he used sound and light, verbalization, and visualization to awaken their biomemory. Whereas in the Nityananda Convention, during the Nityananda meditation process, he uses silence and unclutching to work on the bioenergy of the delegates. On 26 March 2017, the Supreme Council of Hinduism conducted the Living Shuddhadvaita process session 8, Kalpada Darshan, and later that day, the Balasans of Nityananda Gurukul made a power manifestation demonstration to all who had gathered on the day, including Dr. Bharat Thakur from Bharat Thakur Artistic Yoga, who had visited Supreme Council of Hinduism in Adi Kailasa, Bengaluru on that day. On 26 March 2018, the Supreme Council of Hinduism initiated hundreds of delegates in the Shivadiksha at the Kalpatru Yogam program at Bengal Arena. On that day also, Swamiji celebrated the Ram Navami and Swamiji connected the day 1 of the most awaited Mahasadasham program. It included several enriching activities where delegates from around the world witnessed the demonstration of the authentic Nityananda Yoga for manifestation by trained acharyas around the world in the Western Hemisphere at Toronto, Los Angeles, Adina. Devotees celebrated the Ram Navami and devotees of the Nityananda Peetham, Houston, Adinam gathered to offer the Shatru Samhara Shati Mahapuja in the East. In Oman Adinam, Ram Navami also was conducted, celebrated all over the world.
Puja, Lord Subramanya is worshipped in the form of Guru.
I can see very clearly
when this life satisfaction is oozing out, you can inspire, elevate anybody. If you are feeling powerless, inertness, space of impossible, then what you feel as you, your mamakara, is not yet built properly.
किरण रंग रंग बरसे चरण कमल की आहट सुनने भूमि की हर अंग अंग तरसे मुस्कुराहट दिखे तो झट से सूर्य किरण रंग रंग बरसे चरण कमल की आहट सुनने भूमि की हर अंग अंग तरसे नित्यानंदा नित्यानंदा आंगन में झूला झूले तो चिड़िया भक्त सभी जा बसे उस सन्नाटे में बहती हवा जो भी कहना था कह जाए सबसे आंगन में झूला झूले तो चिड़िया भक्त सभी जा बसे उस सन्नाटे में बहती हवा जो भी कहना था कह जाए सबसे नित्यानंदा गरि ग ग ग ग म गरि गरि ग ग ग ग र ब र म प गरि ग ग ग ग म गरि नि द प म ग गरि ग ग
Upcoming program.
On 26 March 2020, Supreme Power of Hindus marked the great past, celebrating Paramashivoham through his physical body. And Swamiji shared powerful messages and initiations every day. And on that day, Swamiji manifested himself as Lord Dakshinamurti to bestow the boon of visual silence, along with verbal silence, with all visuals disappearing into his light. His stages are Manomauna. And Swamiji remarked on the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic that coronavirus would expose to the world its superficiality, whereas Kailasa are happening to save planet Earth from it. The world will never be the same post COVID 19. It was the time for the world to revere and recognize Paramashiva. He then requested the delegates to sit with their eyes open while he manifested Dakshinamurti to infuse visual and verbal silence into them. On 26 March 2021, Supreme Founder of Hinduism prayed to Paramashiva for the well-being and safety of all impacted by the 6.2 magnitude earthquake in the North Atlantic Ocean and countries impacted were the British Virgin Islands, Dominican Republic, Saint Martin, Guadeloupe, Montserrat, Puerto Rico, Saint Kitts and Nevis, the Caribbean Netherlands, Saint Bartholomew, Antigua and Barbara and Anguilla. Sri Kailasa United Nations for Global Peace and Religion Tolerance in conjunction of this year being the year of global peace and trust invited the global citizens of all sectors to join in healing, empowering and enlightening especially during these testing times. With that we come to the conclusion of the glimpses of the glories of the past. So it's time that we get ready to receive the darshan of Supreme Founder of Hinduism, and we will now be entering into the meditation. I request everyone to sit straight and close your eyes as we get ready to receive the grace and blessings of Supreme Founder of Hinduism.
Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda.
I welcome you all with my love and respect. I welcome all